the stone here, so we're gonna use the X button. Spoilers, things are not gonna work out too well for us.
Knight seems to be having some problems pulling that sword from the stone. Raise your hand if you're surprised. Yeah, me neither.
That goes for you in the audience as well.
Into charisma and chivalry.
Alright, so there is some more like flavor text if we try to pull this stuff out, so we might as well see some of that.
Keep trying, son. Or should I say, son-in-law.
Oh ho ho. This guy's got some bad news coming for him.
Do it.
Anyway, eventually he's just gonna run out of dialogue, so we're not gonna go through all of that necessarily, but those of you, adventure game fans amongst you, as well as those of you who are incredibly perceptive, might have noticed that the rock below me looks very similar to the rock that we blew up with the dynamite earlier. So, not to spoil things too quickly here, but yes, indeed, our goal is going to be to destroy those rocks with the dynamite. So we're going to take maybe our adventurer character here, and remember that I pointed out when I was in the castle earlier that there is indeed a stack of dynamite that we're going to get, and obviously there are some flames as well. And you might have noticed there was like a third path. This is where we want to go, maybe? I can't remember. Yes, this is where we want to go. Remember, there was like a third path that I didn't go down, and I didn't even talk about. That's because that path is only going to become relevant now that we are actually requiring that dynamite in order to progress. So we got a big sign that says dynamite. Took me an embarrassingly long amount of time the first time I played through the game to notice that there was dynamite up here. Probably tried for about 20 minutes just mashing X on Excalibur to see if I could pull it out, because I don't understand game design at all, apparently. So we are going to run down here, and again, there will be like a extra section, the graveyard, I guess, if you will, which should allow us to put this dynamite to some good use. Obviously, we're running past a lot of fire in the meantime as well. Particularly this torch right here. Now what we want to do, I believe, is we're just going to put the dynamite close to this rock. This is going to make it so the rock collapses and Excalibur will become easier to pull out. So let's try this and make sure I'm doing it the right way. Hit the fire. I'm just going to make the adventurer hold it, because then she'll hold it a little closer to the rocks. Maybe jump a little bit too. Good, that destroyed some of the rocks down here. I think that's going to be enough. And then we should be able to pull Excalibur from the stone like so. We are incredibly strong. Look at us, rah rah rah.
You could do it. You have proven your honor and won the right to marry my daughter. I'm going to run to her with the good news.
Don't run too fast, old man.
It's in the garden. As soon as we return, the wedding can begin.
Who says cheaters never win? Losers, that's who. The king seems pretty excited about his new trial-by-sword-pulling son-in-law. Ooh, sounds like he's off to hug and congratulate his favorite daughter on the upcoming wedding.
Alright, so we've already lost Excalibur. One thing I want to point out, by the way, is that this is another example of kind of like the cool design of the cave. The level just to our left is where like the Hillbilly's level would be. Remember, the Hillbilly was one of those characters we didn't take. Now, the Hillbilly's ability allows him to swim underwater without drowning. So what he can do, and the reason we can actually get through here as the Hillbilly, is because he can swim through this incredibly long, winding path without actually dying, whereas our knight is just going to drown. So this is one of the ways the game kind of breaks it up and kind of forces you to go down certain paths with certain characters. But suffice it to say, in the overall like level design of the cave, this is the Hillbilly's level over here. Maybe we'll get a chance to see that in a later playthrough. But for now, we're just going to continue along our cave tour. I do really find that an impressive design. And we are about to get introduced to a new puzzle, I think. We're going to get across here first. But then, once we get introduced to this new puzzle, I will probably stop the video, just so we can kind of keep it as like one big major puzzle per video. We're going to come across here.
Just because you can pull a lever doesn't mean you should. Our intrepid trio may not give this kind of seismic meddling a second thought, but choices have consequences. I've played host to more truth seekers than any human would care to count, and I know an omen when I see it.
Alright, and this is actually a pretty good... Oh, come on.
This is ominous.
I like this dialogue, actually.
Ominous? Ominous. Yeah, no. Yeah. Ominous. Oh, never mind.
Anyway, this is a good time for us to stop this episode. We finished the Knight's Quest, and we're about to start kind of like the first or second, I guess, depending on your definition, like cave-specific quest, meaning that this is or general quest, I guess. This is a quest that I believe that everybody is going to have to do over the course of their time in the cave, regardless of the characters that they choose. So some of the quests or puzzles are character-specific, and some of them are just general. So this is one that probably everybody is going to have to do in their playthrough, so it's going to be good to talk about. But we're going to do that when we get back. As always, thank you guys for watching, and again, thank you for support. for supporting this series so far in any way that you see fit. And again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time when we do the Cave General quest.